Sup? Here we are, living the dream. Sitting in the feeder park at Heathrow. Lots of taxis everywhere. I've been here for quite a long time. But I've tried today to do a bit of writing, to do a bit of reading, a bit of research. And I've been reading, here's my book. I've been reading this guy. An account of the campaign in the West Indies in the year 1794. It's an eyewitness thing. Eyewitness. Can't even think what the word is that I'm looking for. It's a diary of the times, and Cooper Williams, the guy who wrote it, was the vicar, and he went. I mean, his view's a little bit skewed, but you know, very, very pro-British, obviously, because he's gone over there with the British to. It's based on, my book's based in the West Indies in 1794 through the invasion of Martinique, St. Lucia, and Guadeloupe. I really should be true to myself and go to these places, just for research purposes, of course. I'd love to. And this guy, Steve Brown, I believe he's an Australian chap, By Fire and Bayonet, Grey's West Indies campaign of 1794. The research that's gone into this is tremendous. You know, lists of ships and but what strikes you when you read things like this is the amount of people who died. And he only lists officers in this, obviously you can't list everybody. He lists officers, and the amount of officers that died through fever. Fever, the number one killer in the West Indies in 1794 by far. My book is based on true events, real things, and I've added a few bits and pieces in. And the regiment, the hero, Thomas York, I now like his name, so I'm keeping it. He's in the 141st Regiment of Foot. It never existed. And I think I'm going to change them further down the line. When they get a county designation, I'm going to call them the Royal Wessex, the Royal Wessex Regiment, because I've been sort of looking into other places where I don't want to use Essex, because another author has used the South Essex as a name for a regiment. So the Royal Wessex Volunteers, I think. Anyway, that's another book. But what was I saying? What remind me? 100. And the 141st is based on the 131st, which is a real regiment, who went to the West Indies with just short of 1,000 people, came back with 12 men. 12. Died of fever, died at the hands of the French. You know, everything back in the 1790s, anything in the West Indies was designed to kill you. And it often did. You know, there's stories, and it's sort of it's an anecdote in the book. You know, a sergeant they're marching towards one place to another, and the sergeant basically keels over and dies of heat exposure. He had probably had fever, the yellow jack as they called it, yellow fever, and it probably killed him. You know. That's the way life is. Anyway, it's a cheery start of the day. Anyway, what are we all doing? What are we all up to? What are we reading? I mean, you can see what I'm reading. It's just based on the book that I'm writing. Just finished chapter 13 in real time. I'll probably in real time, yeah, probably real 13. I've probably got 14, 15 planned out, ready to go. So what are we doing? What are we writing? Are we writing? Are we reading? I spoke to a cab driver the other day. He's writing a memoir of himself. I don't know him, but he's obviously got a bit of history, so that that might be an interesting read eventually when he's scribbling it in pencil, like I did with my first book. Warm water, lovely. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to concentrate more on writing, but as ever, like today, I've tried to read that, and I've tried to do a bit of scribbling. Well, I must have had 20 phone calls today. I mean, I spoke to a guy today I haven't spoke to in 10 years, and I looked at the phone, I thought, I know the name, I can't remember the face. I haven't spoken to him in 10 years, and it was more of a misdial than anything, which is fine, but misdial took 40 minutes of my day, because I'm a sociable chap. But what are we doing? And I was going to ask you, who's going to Imber Village? I believe it's in about 2 Saturdays time, I believe. I might be wrong. I think it's the 18th or the 19th of September. What date? What's that, of August? I don't even know what date we're into. Must be the 5th. So not this Saturday, next, I believe it is Imber. And who's going? Let me know, because my mate Colin, he's a taxi driver up here. His nickname's Get a Life, because he needs to get one. He's into ham radio, and he's into Radio Caroline, and he's into steam trains. So he Get a Life. Anyway, he's got one, Anyway, nice fella, but we're going to go down to, I think he's getting a train. I might drive, because it's going to be a ball ache for me to get a train. Means I've got to get a train from southeast London into London to West London, no, to southwest London, to come back out again, I think. I'm not sure, but anyway, if you're going, let me know. And if I'm available for hire for the day, I'll run you in, run you out, as long as you live near where I do, and buy me snacks. Snacks is good. It's going to be a 2-hour drive to Winchester way. I used to be in Winchester all the time when I was in the army that way. It's quite a strange place, full of squaddies, or was, and now it's not. Anyway, so if you're going, let me know. And if you're not, why not? I know my carnival friends and my book friends don't really give two ups about buses, but my bus friends, I'd like to, I'd like to think I'm all meant to all people, something nonsense like that. But yeah, are we going? Who is going to Imber? Let me know. What are you reading? What are we doing? Have we changed jobs? I'd love to do a different job, but then I've done this job for 22 years now. I've been a taxi driver. I was a bus driver for a little while, and I've hated every minute of every day as a cab driver. Don't get me wrong; it's a great job. It's provided for my family. It's I can work when I want, I can go home when I want. In those things, it's great. It's just I'm a bit more sociable. I don't know. I've never really liked the job. But that's me. I don't like anything, as everyone will tell you. I've got chocolate down my shirt. Ice cream. I'm a fat bastard. Yeah, if I write this book and it takes off and I can stop driving a cab for a little while, it might be fun. It might be more fun than I think it's going to be, because I'm terrified of writing a book. Somebody said to me the other day, I did a video about it, which no one responded to. Thanks for that. And they basically said, I said that if you write a book, you're terrified if it's good enough. But conversely, you're also terrified that it's not good enough. And, will people like it? Will people read it? Will people love it? Will they love it? Will they hate it? I know these things filter in and out your head, and they really shouldn't, because at the end of the day, am I writing it for them? No, I'm actually writing it for me. But it's hard to get that, because I am going to publish it when it's done. I don't think I'm going to traditionally publish it. Try and traditionally publish it, because I have a friend of mine. He wasted 2 years. He's written 6 books, very good books, but he wasted 2 years trying to be traditionally published, and he wasn't picked up. So that's another story. But a big spot on my nose. Look. Gone back to being a teenager again. But yeah, so I don't really know what I'm gonna definitely publish it via Amazon, Kindle, that sort of thing. And if I can get somebody who will do it cheap enough, I'll do an audio book. And if I'm a multi-millionaire by this time next year, I might even write another one. But yeah, taxis are going out. Not very quickly though, not very quickly. Anyway, I'll leave that there, and I'll speak to you another day. Take care.